My request to each and everyone who is watching this stream, please download the OA file of Cybox, and I hope in your machine you are running Kali Linux already. Is that the objective of this CTF is to find the user.txt, which will be available to us as a local.txt. If you want to do OSCP, if you're preparing for OSCP, you know that in every OSCP machine we usually have local.txt and root.txt. So this CTF is pretty much close to that type of CTF, and you can expect this type of CTF's machine in OSCP in 15 to 20 marks if you're preparing for OSCP. And by the way, in the description of our video, if you go to a description, I have pasted the entire list of the steps. There are more than 42 steps which you need to, almost 40 steps which you need to execute to close this CTF and get the root access. So it's already there in the description, but you will only get if you have subscribed to the channel, people who cannot see. So first, as always, like you, if you do not know that how many machines are connected with me in the same network, what is the process of hacking into it then? So the first thing you need to do is you have to scan the network along with you. So you have to type ARP scan -L, okay? So press enter, and you can see here we have total 4 machines. One belongs to me, and one is like your host machine, and the machine which I am looking for is this one, 192.131. Okay, so now I want to know a little bit more about this machine. So let me do a small nmap scan like this one or this one, and I think only aggressive scan will work. You don't need to go for the basic scans which are there. So I'll type 192.168.150, and again this IP address will be changed as maybe to you, so just keep that in mind. Press enter, and let's wait for the scan and the result of the output. So Indian roaster asked the question, sir CTF solve करने का कोई concept होता है? So Indian roaster, I think more CTFs you will do, more you will understand the tricks and the hidden tricks techniques through which you can solve a CTF. And nowadays it's more these CTFs are more tricky than you can say the technicality. So I think my preferability for you is to solve as much as CTFs, watch as much as CTFs walkthroughs, so that you can understand the scenario, that what type of scenario can be there, and if you come across that scenario, what would be your actionable outcome out of it. Okay, so we have a pretty much a good output which comes, and I think the first thing which comes to my mind is that we have a FTP open, we have SMTP. That means there is a mailing server which is used to mail somewhere, and there is FTP server also to just upload some stuff. And one thing which you can see is that SMTP is attached to cybox.home. So this box name is Cybox, and we can see port number 80 is also working here. And what else? Okay, so one thing, if you pay closely, now always remember, whenever there is an nmap result, please pay attention to each and every line. Okay, so now here we can see that we have a lot of ports which are open, and port number 80 is open. So whenever you see the port number 80, the first thing you need to do is just open that port. Okay, so I want to go to my browser, and after going to my browser, you have to go to 192.168.150.131. okay, so press enter, and you can see here we have a running website on the website. Okay, let's see what we can see on this box. You can see our services. Click on the services, and you can see there is our services. Here we have some social media link, and we have an email, admin@cybox.com. So you need to note down this email ID. Okay, explore more what type of more directories are there, because if Apache server is running there will be so many other services. For example, if I type admin here, there is nothing there, or maybe if I can type login, press enter, nothing is there. So there must be few hidden directories which are there, and to do that, definitely we need some application. Now you need to install one application before proceeding. While learning how to crack the CTF, I have seen a lot of walkthroughs, and the good part of watching others walkthrough is that you will come across a lot of tools or hacks or stuff which may or may not it's not available in the Kali Linux. So the tool which you need to start with, see here we have dir search, GitHub, web path scanner. So I have already installed it. If you have not installed it, then please install it. It's a very good tool to know. And to do that, you need to just copy this link from here, and once you copy this, go to the terminal, and in the terminal you need to type git space clone, and you type this one and press enter. This, guys, so if I press ls now, you can see here we have a where it is, directory search on the first directory. So you can see this is the first directory. Okay, so now I have to type cd di search, press enter, ls, and you can see I have a Python script. Now before running the Python script, what you need to do is you have to type chmod plus x and this. So this command will give this command will give full access to the full permissions to this Python script, so that it will not be blocked by due to the permission error or something like that. So Shakib have asked the question that which one is good, directory buster, direct buster, go buster, directory search. So Shakib, it depends upon you. I think I am already familiar with the go buster and Derby, but I never tried directory search. So in one of the walkthroughs I saw that someone is using this, so I liked it. So I said, why not, I can try. So it's better to know more tools. Sometimes some tools get blocked, some tools will work. So better you know, it's better chances you can crack the machine. So once you do that, then now next step is to just go for yeah. So next step is you need to now to use. I want you to now pay attention and write this command, guys. This will be a very heavy command, so do not do any mistake. Okay, so direct search. Okay, so this is a command I have already, I think, used. So I'm here. That's good. So what I'm doing is I'm using Python 3. That will help with the libraries, and directory search minus u means the URL, and I'm trying to get all the files and pages which are having extension .txt, .html, .php, and the word list, the common directories, common files like robot.txt. Now what type of files which are usually there on a server, on a Linux server, which are common. So I'm using a dictionary which is in the share folder, and there is a directory buster folder, and there is a word list folder, and there is a this 2.3 minus small.txt. You can use any dictionary, you can use rock.txt, whatever, but I'm using this one. So as I press enter, so as you can see, it is looking for all the possible and popular. So let's wait. I hope everyone is doing this with me. If you are not doing this with me, then that is a bad thing. But I think in case you have not downloaded the files, please don't do that. All the commands, all the steps which I am writing right now, it's already there in that file. It's in the description. If you're watching it, then you can go to a description and download that, the CTF walkthrough. Admin. Okay, so let me use this one. So let me copy this meanwhile till the time it is getting done. So I'll go and type here php admin. Okay, for security reason, this URL is only accessible using localhost as a host name. So now this is interesting also. Okay, so we cannot access this unless and until we are using localhost. Okay, so they are pretty much, that is a good security, I feel, on the platform. So one of the topmost one. Okay, so I think we've got on nothing there, only php and admin, and still nothing. Now next thing you need to do is, first of all, you need to go to another scanning tool library. This is a very good scanning library which is not inbuilt in the Kali Linux. So the library name is seclist. So you can go to download seclist GitHub. So I want you to use this Daniel Missler. So these are the tools which are designed by the cyber professionals, and they are not by default available in Kali Linux. So I feel that if you are really interested to jump into more tools and more web shells, so on and so forth, these are pretty much handy tools which are there. And I have personally went to each and every folder and see what type of shells are there, what type of payloads are there, what are the good directories are there, and this is quite updated. If you see 2 months, 11 months, or as compared to other, and you can see the main things are very updated, like payloads are updated 17 months ago, user are 2 months ago, 7 months. So it's quite okay, I feel, as compared to the other one. You can now learn about this one, and this is the way how you can actually install it. How I installed into my system, I installed with this command, it is apt-y install seclist, and automatically all the repositories Kali Linux fetched and installed into my system. So if you, and it will take a lot of time because it is having 385 MB of the repository, but the tools are really good, guys, if you ask me. So okay, now let's start the search, guys. So to do that, you need to do is you need to type go buster, and I think I have already typed this. This is the link, guys, because I was practicing the CTF last night, and I have already the commands. Now one thing you need to change here is this one. Right now you do not know the website name. Here you have to type the IP address 168.150.131. okay, now go bust, I want you to write down quickly, guys, if you are watching with me. Sir, in this command the extension parameter is wrong. See again, the extension parameter is mentioned with only minus. Okay, I didn't got it. Let's try and see if it works or not, guys. I don't know. Let me try. So okay, so in the command what I am doing, guys, go buster minus v host the target one, and this is the IP address, and the word list which I'll be using is this one, and this is the new one. As you know, after installing seclist, in there will be a folder known as discovery, and after that there will be a folder named now DNS, and then there is a folder known as subdomains. Now we tried to find with other tools what is the subdirectories, but with this tool we will try to find out the search which is there. So okay, see again the extension parameter. Yes, extension parameter is wrong. Okay, yeah, I got it. The minus txt in between, there is a difference, but I think still even it is corrected, you will get the same result, Pulkit. There is not much into it. I have already done that, I know. So but yeah, you are right, there's some extension problem, but I hope you are done with this command now, guys. So after installing seclist, this will come automatically, and now you press enter, and now you will see it will start searching with all the possible things which are there, and it's finished. And right now we don't got much. That's a bad thing. But now one thing you need to do now is, if you remember in our last search, what we got is this one, cybox.company. now this is a website. Now if you see, I didn't got any result. That means it's not even getting anything out of it. Okay, they tried on this link, there is not much, and zero, no, nothing much is there. Now what you need to do now is, because it's not getting IP address, I guess it's not taking the IP address. So now to check out on the IP address, to convert the IP address into a domain, I need to go to a host file and tell my host file to jump from IP address to I hope if you remember, sometimes if you want to convert an IP address into a website, if I want to change the DNS, for example, if I want that if someone will open google.com, he should go to facebook.com. now to do that, first I need to do is I have to change the google.com so IP address and redirect to the Facebook's IP address. So usually we do these changes in the host file. Now what I want is, if someone goes to this IP address, he will go to cybox.company. now to do that, I have to go to look for a host file. Okay, and usually your host file leads to etc and host. So I'll type /etc and press enter, and here let me see the host. So you can see here there is one file known as hosts. Okay, now you need to open this file. Okay, now to open this file, you need to type mouse pad and then hosts. Okay, so mousepad is kind of an notepad in Kali Linux. Previously we used to have leafpad, but now they have changed it to mousepad. So press enter. Now you can see here I have changed this IP address into this one. Okay, I have changed some others also. This is a secondary part, but right now if you're watching me first time, then you do only this one. Okay, so what will happen is whenever I'm using Cybox, automatically it will be going to this IP address. So as of now, just do only this, and now I will change. I have already done the changes, so you don't need to do it. So let me go back, and now I will. Okay, so what I will do is now I will change this to cybox.company. Okay, press enter. Now once you will do it, you can see the difference. Now I already got webmail.cybox.company, monitor.cybox.company, register.cybox.company, ftp.company, and dev.company. Now this is very interesting. Okay, now I want you to pay attention. This is very important. Sometimes while hacking into website, you will not able to see the subdirectories, but you need to jump on the applications which are running on the port numbers. Okay, like we saw that SMTP services were running, FTP services were running. So usually people get confused, like the website name slash FTP. No, so these are considered to be the subdomains, not the directories. So GoBuster is pretty much famous in terms of finding that. So it's better to use this subdomains wala command instead of using the directory buster. Now once I have the now you can see, now I have to do thing. Once I got the, sorry, as I told you, I'm running fever. You know, sometimes my mind goes blank. Okay. Anyway, so you can see here web Cybox company, and okay, Anurag Kumar, how can I customize my terminal like yours? Okay, anyone can help, please, Anurag, to set his custom. You go to settings, just change your colors and all. I think someone can help you in the chat, guys. Please help Anurag to set up his terminal. Yeah, coming back to the topic, guys. So now what I want is, go again, I want you to copy paste all these domains, dev.cybox, webmail, monitor, register, FTP, and then again go to the host file, and in the host file please change this. Okay, so you can see here I have changed this to, so whenever someone will go to this IP address, or someone is going to this cybox.company space webmail.cybox.company, dev.company, ftp.company, dev again, okay, 2 times, monitor and register. So whatever the results which we got here, you need to change into the this thing. Okay, so once you change the into host file, please save the host file like this, the way I have did it. Nope, I have already done it. Close. Okay, so now we are done with the changes, guys, and now you know that what are the subdomains are there. Now let's try to go to the searches which we got. Is the first thing we saw was there was some mail server which was running. So let me type webmail.cybox.company, and you know that we have a squirrel mail. Okay, so we have squirrel mail with the version of, the good part is they have mentioned the version, and you know, whenever you see an application and when you see the version number, it's good for us. So we need to look for an exploit. Okay, because they are showing us the version, and these are the small hints you will get in your OSCP also. They will not tell you directly, but you will see very easily that these type of stuff which is there. So now 4.1.2, so we need an exploit to hack into squirrel mail to get into the mail, but to do that we need to find a exploit. Okay, so let me find that, copy, and sorry, I'm using Airtel, and Airtel, you know, it mess me very much. I don't want to run the VPN, so I will type just wait, google.com, press enter. Okay, exploit, squirrel mail exploit version 1.2. Okay, so we have a exploit for this. I have a video also, but we have this one also, squirrel mail 1.4.222. Let's click here and let's wait. What the heck? Okay, let me copy it again and then go back, and then type here this one. So we got this exploit, guys, and it says that it will run less than 4.2.2. But the funny thing is, if you read the exploit, I think it is updated. You can see it will work on less than 1.4.23 also. Okay, so it will also run on our version is 1.4.22. So it says that it's it will less than greater than to 1.4.23. Okay, so this is good. This will work. Okay, now again, I want you to read that. That's very, very important. Whenever you see any exploit, you should read that. So now this is an sh exploit, blah 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 blah. It requires. Okay, now the most important thing, if you see, it says it requires users credentials and the squirrel mail uses send method to delivery email transport. Okay, now to run this exploit, you need to have a username user registered to get logged in into the squirrel mail. So you don't need the admin credentials, but definitely you need the username, simple user login, which is there. Now to get the simple user login, let's try to search something, how we can get actually the username, how we can register on this username. Okay, now to do that, what happened? Soumya Mana, yes, still remember Mr. Robot. Hope, yeah, but this is a good one. Okay, coming back, guys. Coming back. This is a tough CTF, guys. Cybox is a tough CTF, and especially for me, I don't know. I'm doing it after a long time, so just be with me. And live stream is always a problem because you need too much practice to do that. Anyway, so let's come back, guys. So now let's register there. Now let's explore some other results, guys. If you remember, we have some other results also. So let's go to, now let's go to then register dot cybox dot company. Okay, this is the fourth result which we got. Okay, create a user. Okay, nice. Info game. Okay, let me type the infosec gamer, the full name, so that there will be no confusion. Press enter. Okay, so infosec gamer company has been created. Okay, infosec gamer. Okay, anyways, so let me try to webmail then. Webmail cybox infosec so I think we logged in. So the user at last, infosec gamer at cybox.company infosec gamer. अब ऐड चल रहे यार, मतलब हद होगी. What the hell is this? Password you entered was on. Okay, password was not correct. That's good. Okay, we entered, guys. So okay, I got the problem was that we created the email address, and then after that we should enter into the monitor and then entry. Okay, then department. Okay, fine. So we have done that. Now let me go to the squirrel mail. Nothing is there. So there is not much here. You can see, as you can see. Let me sign out from here. Forgot the password, and now I want to type infosec gamer at company. Now check the email. Very good. and now let's go to the email, and I hope now we will get the mail. Boom. So usually this happens, right? Whenever we reset the password, we get the password update. Now this is going to be interested. Okay, now you pay attention to it very quickly. Update password, click here, and now you can see here, hello user, here is the link to update your password. Now the funny thing is they are resetting the password, and look at the URL very carefully. Okay, let me zoom it for you. Monitor.cyberbox update password. Whose password you want to update? It's email. The person who's having email is equal to infosecgamer@cybox.company. Now let's go back, guys, and let me show you something. If you remember cybox.company, here you can see we have the admin at cybox.company. Now if you remember, in the email they are mentioning that if you want to reset the password, the email should be equal to that. Now what I will do is I will copy this link, I'll go here, and instead of resetting the password of infosecgamer, I will reset the password of admin. Okay, so I'll type admin. Okay, I'll type admin and press enter, and you can see here now it says new password, confirm password. Very nice. Okay, so I'll type here infosecgamer, update the password, and now I have already now I have the password of the admin. Okay, now let's type to admin at cybox.company infosecgamer. Boom. So I entered into the admin. Okay, let me entry departure. Okay, nothing is there. Okay, and now on the right hand side you can see we have now here admin panel. So whenever you enter into admin panel, make sure you go to each and every link and each and every folder which is there. So click on the admin panel, and you can see there is nothing much there. There is home, there is sign out. So whenever you see a blank page, and this comes usually in OSCP machines, make sure you jump into the source code. So I click here and click on view source code, and if you see we have only one link which is having a get parameter. Do you see that? Styles.php style is equal to general. So that means this is something which I can play around. So I click here, and you can see here general which is there. Okay, now let me clear my history, otherwise you will see the not bad stuff, but you will see the previous commands which I have already written here, because the reason was because I was practicing. So wow, so let me clear the history here. Where is the history? Okay, clear the history, last everything. Okay, so I think it's cleared. Okay, so you can see here style is equal to general. Okay, now what you need to do is let's do some injection here. Now it's a little bit related to SQL injection, but I will call it command line injection. I will be executing something from, so I will try to interact with the operating system of this box through the URL. This is known as command line injection. Now to do this, what you need to do is you have to first, let's go for the passwords. Okay, now I have to look for a password file. So what you have to do is you have to type // 6 times and type something like this: // 2 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then type etc and then pass wd. So wherever I am right now, okay, wherever I am right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm going back to the directories. I'm going to a folder known as etc, and I'm trying to access a file known as password wd, and as I press enter, you can see nothing is there. Now this usually happens because of the security reasons, and my command is not going into the system. Now I have to put a null variable here. Now how you type a null variable in a URL? You have to type %00 and press enter. and now you press enter. You can see here some accounts which we have made, and you can see here we have Rahul. This is what I tried last night. It's already saved there. Infosec Gamer, this which we have created. So these are the usernames, and we have their kind of details. I can go to the passwords also, but right now you can see these are the usernames which are there: admin, Rahul, sudo. So we have an account known as sudo which is having access to the sudo level. This you need to keep in mind, okay? So we need this account to get the root access. Anyway, so now with this command you can see I'm interacting with the just local file inclusion. You can say it's not local file inclusion. I'm not adding any file, Tomesh. I call it command line injection through LFI. I can say yes. You are right. Anyway, so now you can now I have the etc. Now the next thing you need to do is, now I need to interact more with the Apache server, because I need to get data from the Apache server which is close to the root directory. Now if you remember, we went to the if you remember our link, we used to have a link known as dev.cybox.company, and these all links which I did not knew, they came from the results of the go bust. Press enter and you have a php file. Now php.info is a very important file, guys, because this will reveal so much information. You can see, and if you are pretty much familiar with the user base and so on and so forth, then definitely yes. So let's go back, and now you can see some configuration. I'm not interested in the configuration, but definitely I'm interested in the Apache 2 handle. So Apache 2 is something by default is Apache server which is running there. You can see here the port number is interesting here, and this is server root. Okay, so this resides as close as possible to the root directory. So I need to access this Apache 2. So just go there and let me close this. I don't need it as a while. So okay, so now you can see here we have password. Now what I will do is I will change this command little bit, and instead of etc I will type this one, Apache 2. Now in Apache 2 folder, if you are familiar with the Apache 2 folder in Kali Linux, we need to get the log access. Okay, so logs will keep on happening with the time. Whatever you do with the website, logs will be generated. So if I can find some kind of an injection through a header, then definitely, because logs are getting written every time whenever I send something. So if I can send an injection, a command, the output of that command I can see in the logs, because access logs keeps on changing as per whatever I do with the website. Yes, so that we can do also, but I think that will become little bit difficult for other people. But doing this method is I think is a easy picking, I must say. So let's do that as of now. Okay, Apache 2, and now in Apache 2 we need to go to the folder logs. There it is, the folder logs, and in the logs folder there is the file which takes care of the logs of the Apache server, that is access underscore log. And you have to keep on adding the null parameter, guys, otherwise it will not work. So if I press enter here, now you can see whatever we have done till the website. If you remember the go bus, so these are the servers. So this is something you keep in mind whenever you are doing any injection on a website. You think they are not keeping the log. You can see here we have the IP address of that individual. That's the reason we always say do not attempt any live hacking on a live website, because whenever you pass anything to the website, in their logs they get everything, and whatever you have passed also, they also get everything. So you can't say that, sir, I was only checking your website, I was not hacking your website. In their logs, this is a server log, okay, of the website server log. In their server logs, they will get each and everything like this. So this is dangerous, guys, do not do that. Now okay, so you can see here these are all logs which are there. And if you remember, last thing which I played with the server is with the go buster. And now this is interesting. Now to play with this thing, you need to do is you have to find an injection pointer here where you can actually find something. So one thing I can see here, you can see this is a user agent, okay, Mozilla, Linux, this and that, and user agent is playing an important role everywhere in this website, okay, especially in the server 2, okay. So when the port 80 is working, as you can see here, Mozilla Linux. Okay, so what you do is either you can use burp suite, or you can use Mozilla Firefox to change and do an injection into the header. So I right click here and click on inspect element. Now once you do the inspect element, you will get this type of window. If you are watching it first time, then I'm sure you will be confused, but don't worry, it's very easy. Just go to the console and refresh the page. Sorry, once again refresh the page. So once you refresh the, sorry, you need to go to the network. I'm sorry, not console, network. So now refresh the page. Now once you refresh the page, you can see there are a lot of things which are there. Now especially this status 200. Okay, pay attention to the status 200. Click here and click on the, here you can see on the right hand side we have resend, block or resend. Okay, now you need to select. Now again I want to change the status of the header, so I need to click on edit and resend. Click here and you can see here in edit and resend we have few parameters in the request header. You can do the same thing as I told you with a lot of add-ons, or you can do the same thing with the burp suite, but I'm familiar that in case most people are not familiar with the burp suite, then you can use that. Now here you can see I can play with the user header. In every command you can see user header is coming by as default. So what if I can send this user header to the Apache server, and it will execute on the operating system and show me the result here, right here, instead of Mozilla it will show me the result something the way I want. Okay, so what you need to do is you have to type a PHP command which will interact with the operating system and give back you the results. Okay, yes, tempering the parameters, absolutely, Harmanjot. Anyway, so let's do that. Now to change that you need to type a PHP code. Let me type that and you can note it down. I'm not sure it's visible to you. It's PHP code quickly. System, yep, SYSTEM system bracket $_get and then curly bracket CMD. I hope so it will work, because I remembered last time I tried it worked, but let's see now. Okay, so you can see here PHP. So what this file will do is it will push the command CMD into the system and put it into the user agent, so something like that. So instead of along with the user agent, you can use, after the access log you can use the CMD parameter from the system. Okay, so let me send that now. Go up and let's do that, send. Okay, I have sent that now. So let me check if it is injected properly. Now to check that, you need to do is you need to type and CMD is equal to ID. Now what will happen after typing this, guys? If you see here, let me close this. If you see here in the last, okay, you will see now I typed ID. Whenever you type ID on the system, you will see the result on the terminal. So whatever the command I am typing here in the terminal, it will go to the terminal, and whatever the result will come, it will be visible to you here instead of this one. Okay, so let me type and press enter, and if I'm lucky, no, yes, I'm lucky. Why I'm lucky? You can see here. Can you see this? Tan, 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 tan. So this is not coming, this is the result. Okay, so you can see here UID is equal to 1, is group ID is equal to this. So let me change something like that. Let me type for example if config. Okay, press enter, and you can see here, I was able to get the, so from a website I'm trying to interact with the, so let me zoom it for you guys, those who don't know. CMD is equal to if config I typed, and what the heck, sorry, if config I type, and you can see here in the last, you can see here I was able to get the result of the terminal. So whatever I typed in the URL, it went to the operating system, and after went to the operating system, it executed, and the results right now it's visible to me. Again, it's not an SQL injection, guys, so it's a command line injection which interacts directly with the operating system. Okay, now Now next thing we need to do is I need to get a reverse shell on this system. Okay, now the next step you need to do is to get a shell of the machine. Okay, I'm interacting with the operating system, and if you remember, if you have made some trojans, you need to execute the trojans on the system, and in your system you are connecting to a certain port, and it's like Android hacking. You install the application in the system, and once you install it, it sends back the connection to the hacker. In the same manner, now I cannot drop an exe into it, but I need to check, like if it would be a Windows machine, then I definitely do the injection through the PowerShell script. But now I think there are certain languages where we do not need any file. We can directly interact with that language and get the shell, get the reverse shell, like Python we have. Okay, so now I need to check whether this system is having Python or not. So I have to type which Python. So which Python is a command you can do in the system, and it will tell you what type of which version of PHP. I'm just checking, does this system is having Python or not. Press enter, and you can see here we have Python here. Okay, it is visible, user/bin/python. Okay, in case you can't see that, let me zoom it, so you can see the system is having Python. Okay, so which is a good thing. Now next thing you need to do is, now in the terminal, whatever command I will push here, it will come back to me. Okay, so now the thing I need to do is I need a Python reverse shell. Okay, so to get the Python reverse shell, I need to go to a let me type google.com Python reverse shell. Okay, so I got the first link, payload all the things. I think this is the right one. Click here, and let's go to the Python one. Okay, so you can use this one, but I am pretty much okay with this one. This is not required, but this is something interesting. So you need to copy this entire code and copy this, and now the only thing you need to do is paste the code here. Okay, cmd is equal to, just paste the entire code here. Now what this code will do, so this code will send the reverse shell of this terminal to the whatever the IP address and the port number which we will define here. Now this is kind of a reverse cheat sheet. Yes, Somya, you're right. Now to do that, first I need to get the connection back. Now you can get the connection back. So when I will press enter, it will send a link to my IP address, my Kali Linux IP address, and there I will get the root or maybe the shell of this machine. Now the problem here, there are two ways to do that. Either you can use Metasploit framework to establish this connection, like the meta operator, or either you can use the netcat. So I'm pretty much familiar with netcat because this is quick, and sometimes in Kali, in OSCP, they will not allow you to use Metasploit, so you can use the netcat which is there. So I'll go with that. First you need to understand what will be your IP address. Again, you need to fill that. Okay, so you have to type if config, and my IP address is 130.150. okay, so I copy this, and then I need to type here this, paste, and IP address is 4242. I will type 433, kind of a good port, 443 actually, the HTTPS, and 443. ये देखो, अब बताओ मुझे ये कैसे आया। ये देखो आ गया, देखो 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 लोगो, ये देखो हमारे पास शेल आ गया है। अब ये कैसे आया है मुझे कोई बता दो प्लीज़। सेम चीज़ आई वाज डूइंग फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग टाइम, फिर भी मैंने किया है और ये हो गया है। अब ये कैसे हुआ है? हाउ द हेल इट इज़ वर्किंग नाउ? नथिंग चेंज, नथिंग, बट इट इज़ वर्किंग। Cheers to everyone. Okay, we got the shell, guys, and let me now get the proper shell back. Now to get the proper shell back, I need to export something. Bash to sh नहीं, बहुत मुश्किल से सेल आया यार. I think it is one of the most irritated thing can happen to me. So I'm writing this command to get the shell out, and now I can see, you can see I'm into the shell, not the thing. Yes, comedy ऐसा ही होता है, पापड़ कर दे server, patience or patience, absolutely. Okay, so I think we got the shell, guys. You can see I'm into 131, perfect. So now let's go to the home directory and see if I have some. Okay, so I have Cybox CD Cybox. Okay, CD Cybox. You remember we need to get 2 shells, guys. So this is the first shell, and first this is the first. Okay, user.txt cat user.txt. Boom. So this is our first shell, guys, and if you're doing OSCP, then I must know that this is the first shell we got. So this is the first you got. You need to submit this hash value to the OSCP report at the end of the exam. So make sure whenever you get this, and also type if config. If you're doing OSCP, if you submit this hash, and you will not submit the IP address in this command, if you not submit it, sometime they will cut your marks. Okay, so you have to be very keep that thing in mind. So whenever you are getting a hash, make sure if config should be there in the screenshot which you are publishing into the report, otherwise they will deduct your marks. Okay, I have seen people who failed in the exam because they haven't submit this if config along with the hash value. Okay, so just keep that thing in mind. Okay, so now we got the first shell, and now we need to go back and ls cd admin. Okay, cd mail directory. What else we have? Okay, we don't have that clearance. Okay, we don't have that clearance. Cd mail dir. Okay, so you can see now we don't have the access to the directory. So we are not a root access to users. Okay, so now what you need to do is, now we have to jump from the user account. Now we have to do the privilege escalation. Okay, सर यूज़र टर्म का इंजेक्शन से भी निकाल सकते हैं क्या? नहीं, ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में है कृष्णा, ये आप ऐसे नहीं निकाल सकते इंजेक्शन से आप डेटाबेस वगैरह का कुछ डेटाबेस के अंदर से निकालते हो, बट ये ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में पड़ी हुई थी फाइल, मींस यू नीड टू इंटरेक्ट विद द ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम के अंदर आपका डेटाबेस जो होता है, इट इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट फाइल. एनीवेज, कमिंग बैक टू द होम डायरेक्टरी नाउ. सो वंस यू डू दैट, so now we need to get the admin level, guys. So we need to jump from user permission to the admin permissions. To do that, you need to type here find. अब मेरे को I need to find some application which is having the root access and which is having root permissions, and through those applications I will jump into the root level. Okay, minus type and f2/dev/null. Okay, so this command will help you to list down all the, what the hell is now this, अब ये क्या चक्कर है यार, shit, find slash minus perm. okay, sorry मैं prem लिख देता हूँ हर बार, ये पहले भी हुआ था, minus type f2 colon. So this command will help you to scan all the installed applications, all the scripts into the system, and this will also tell you that what application is having what access. So let's wait. So now one thing you need to see here is okay, can you see that opt launcher? Okay, so this is an application which has nothing to do with the others, I can say, rest of the default applications which are there, but this is different. Okay, cool. So opt and all. So okay, now what you have to do is register launcher. Okay, so you need to go to cd opt. Okay, and you need to run this one. Okay, register launcher. Okay, now what to do, how to register launcher, you have to type okay, sorry, paste register launcher, and in the register launcher you need to type a username. Okay, so I'm typing here what do you say, info live. Okay, so that will be my username, info live. Okay, press enter. Register info live has been created. The credentials are info live. You should change your default credentials for security reasons. Perfect. So we have created a user which is there. So now what you need to do is you need to go to su info live super user info live, press enter, and the password is info live, press enter. Okay, so now we are into the info live account. Okay, so let me see in the ID. So now I'm into the info live, so I have to jump from this account to the root account now, guys. And now let's do it. If I type sudo -l, so you can see here info sudo, I'll type sudo info live, enter. Okay, sorry, you doing all of okay, I need to get an admin. So there is no admin access right now again. Okay, let me try to jump to another account then. Let me type ls, and here we have registered again. Okay, so let me type /register. Wait. /register launcher /sudo. Okay, sudo already exists. Nice, very nice. So then sudo -l sudo okay, so I think we have to go back then and then log in into the sudo. Okay, so we are into the sudo, guys. Sudo must use simple matlab. Okay, so now we enter sudo and id is equal to sudo. Now let's jump from sudo to the thing. Okay, so now to jump from sudo to the root level, the only thing you need to do is you have to type sudo, and if you remember, sudo has access to the bin/bash -p. So this command will help you to go to the root level and press enter, type sudo, boom. So we are into the root directory, guys. Thank god. So now if I press enter here and if I type cd home cd root, press enter, and you can see we have a cat.root.txt. Boom. So this is the hash file, guys. Wow, this was a tough CTF, guys. This was a tough CTF. So I hope you enjoyed the CTF, guys. We have the username and we have the output both. At last, my head is bursting now. Right now, I was not prepared for this CTF. I thought I need more practice, but thanks to everyone who is watching this stream, you helped me to do that. And definitely, server played us in a very serious manner. So this is what Cybox was there, guys. And thank you so much for watching this CTF. I hope you enjoyed it, and now you know how tough it is to get the things done. I will see you next week or maybe next to next week for with another CTF, which will be like this. And now you can download the entire file. So let me show you something now, guys. And if you need this entire file, then just wait. Let me show you something. So I have prepared few notes, guys, for everyone who is watching this stream. So let me close this, paste. So these are all the notes I have prepared, guys. Step 1, step 2, step 3. Open SendMap, search dictionary, this, do this. So if you think I'm intelligent, no, I am a very hard-working person, and you can see I have already noted down the steps one by one, all the step until the root access, if you remember. So there is no rocket science. I'm not a hardcore genius. The only thing is you need practice and you need this one. So my request to you is, if you really want to download this file, if you want this file, guys, there is a in the link, go there, and only people who have subscribed to our channel, they will be able to download that. Please do practice this week, this CTF. I want you to be perfect in this CTF, guys. And thank you so much once again for watching, and do spread this CTF to everyone.